Hello everyone and welcome back for Family Fun Night. Tonight we are starting Alan Wake because we finished Dead Space 2 last week. So to continue our family fun / horror games nights, we are starting Alan Wake. We're going to be doing one episode per stream, and this will take us on the schedule till the week past Halloween. So we've got a good few weeks of this one. So as always, when we get to the dialogue sections, I won't talk over those. There was a slight issue. I was a little bit late starting today as well. Thanks for the host there, Jimmy. That just popped in my ears. But you're going to be lurking in the background there. No problem, Jimmy. But let's get started on here. I couldn't reply before as well. I saw that you messaged us in that Chrissy's might be skiving off for a little bit, the part timer, because I had a bit of a resolution issue with the game when it started up, and I had to very, very quickly change my stream settings because, like Broken Sword 2, it is putting itself in the stream in the top corner rather than it being the full screen. But anyway, let's get started on this one there. The game is broken down into episodes. I forget how many episodes there actually are offhand, and also there was two extensions to the story as well. Plus there is another. What was it called? I think it was called American Nightmare, but we'll do that at a later date. Evening, Chrissy. Just managed to roll in. So anyway, I'm going to start the game off. There's a little bit of a cutscene as it starts up. As always, I won't talk over that, but we'll get straight into it.
Stephen King once wrote that nightmares exist outside of logic, and there's little fun to be had in explanations. They're antithetical to the poetry of fear. In a horror story, the victim keeps asking why, but there can be no explanation, and there shouldn't be one. The unanswered mystery is what stays with us the longest, and it's what we'll remember in the end. My name is Alan Wake. I'm a writer. I've always had a vivid imagination, but this dream unsettled me. It was wild and dark and weird, even by my standards. So yes, it began with a dream. Following a typical nightmare pattern, I was late, desperately trying to reach my destination, a lighthouse. For some urgent reason, I couldn't remember. I'd been driving too fast down a coastal road to get there. hitchhiker too late. He was dead. I was convinced they'd put me in jail and I would never see Alice again. Suddenly, his body was gone.
Episode 1,
I was in
Nightmare.
shock from the crash. I could hardly stand my feet.
Oh, don't tell me it's going to start doing that lagging stuff again. Oh, it is. Oh, what a nightmare. Yeah, when I did a test stream of this earlier on, it ran perfectly. Just typical. I don't know if there's anything that we can change, because it's not even like the computer's
something important waiting for me there.
really running. Oh, this is going to get too frustrating because I can see what's coming out on your end on the monitor. The thing is, this game crashes out when I try to tab out as well. That's going to be way, way too laggy. It shouldn't cause any issue. And as I said, the fans on the computer aren't even spooling up. That's not making any difference whatsoever. Or has it? Right, that doesn't look as jumpy. No, then it's gone straight back into being jumpy again, as he says it. What on earth is going on with Streamlabs this week?
You don't even recognize me, do you, Ryder? You think you're God? You think you can just make up stuff? Play with people's lives and kill them when you think it adds to the drama?
Hoping just on a side note that you can hear the audio okay there. Don't know if that QR code leads anywhere either. This first bit of the game is mainly just to give you the handle on the controls.
Damn. You can't stop me!
I realized that the hitchhiker was a character from the story I'd been working on.
How does it feel to die by the hands of your own creation?
Yeah, definitely the guy that's chasing the royalty. How badly is it stuttering on your end? Yeah, just go back to the original rather than Streamlabs.
Hurry!
I have no idea what has changed. Whatever they've done in the current update was to completely knackered everything.
It's me. Play Stewart.
Because all the games we've played, we never had any issue with it.
Oh no! Stop!
trapped. There was no way out.
Is your connection gone as well there, Royalty? It's all just going wrong today, isn't it? At least we've got our chicken stream in the middle of the day, though.
The cabin was a death trap. I had to get out.
Just looking down at my monitor there, and it looks smooth at the moment. Maybe it's ironed itself out. I don't know. Just have the fingers crossed it stays stable.
You are hurt. You should go into the light. You are only safe there. You must go into the light.
Just to stay there for a bit longer then.
Well done. I have something important to tell you. It goes like this. For he did not know that beyond the lake he called home lies a deeper, darker ocean green, where waves are both wilder and more serene. To its ports I've been. To its ports I've been. Do you understand?
No.
Follow my light. I entered your dream to teach you. The darkness is dangerous. It's sleeping now. When it feels you coming, it will wake up. There's no time. I can only show you the most important thing. The hitchhiker has been taken over by the dark presence. You can't hurt him now. The darkness protects him from all harm. Only light can drive the darkness away and make him vulnerable again. Here, take the light.
We get our flashlight.
Turn your flashlight toward him and burn the darkness away.
That's one thing we need lots of in this game as well as we're playing. We need lots of batteries.
You did it. Now the darkness no longer protects him, but it's still inside, controlling him. He can't be saved. He's still a threat. He is still your enemy. Here, take the gun.
Now you'll die.
Good. You've done well. Remember what I've taught you. That is all. I will give you back your dream now.
In the nightmare, a terrible darkness was taking over the world. The lighthouse was the last safe place on Earth.
Looks like it's still going a little bit choppy there.
This way, and now I'm
As I said as well, this first little bit here is more of a tutorial type section.
This is it.
But it does give also some other elements of the story that we'll need for later. Or reference later, perhaps would be a better word. There we go. This is another one as well that I would recommend once we finish the game, which will be the week after Halloween, if all goes according to plan. I would recommend reading the novelization.
You did just like
Change back to the pistol. There should be someone come up behind us now, I think. Oh, he's away. I was certain there was somebody else that popped out here. So when this game originally Well, I've got a couple of games in mind that we may do for Halloween. I just haven't decided on which one yet. I don't know whether to go with like a proper full like horror game, or if we should maybe do something that's like Halloween sort of style, but more like comedic. I was out of breath. I must go to the same running school as the fella from Sniper Relief. We're almost to the lighthouse.
Baby, just another nightmare. Everything's fine. You dozed off.
Right. Anything more than dozed off would be news for everyone.
Cheer up, handsome. We're here.
Here we go. Daytime now.
Let's act like we're on vacation. Go stand next to that old gentleman there. I want a shot of you with the town in the background.
Sure. I'll even give you a title for the shot.
Damn,
a city boy, moments before he got eaten by a bear. Hi.
Hello there. You picked a good time to visit our town. Deerfest is just 2 weeks away.
Deerfest, huh? Did you hear that, honey?
You have a lovely wife, if you don't mind me saying. I'm Pat Maine, by the way. Nice to meet you.
Yeah, I'm Alan Wake.
I won't pretend I don't recognize a famous writer such as yourself, Mr. Wake. A pleasure. I'm an avid reader myself. I hope this isn't too presumptuous of me, but I'm the night host at the local radio station. Any chance I can get an interview?
Look, Mr. Maine, I'm on vacation. In fact, I'd appreciate it if we could keep my being here just between the two of us. I'm sure you understand.
Fair enough. You can trust me to be discreet. Not a hard man to track down if you change your mind, though. I hope you two have a lovely holiday.
The radio presenter's going to be the least of his worries.
Very nice. I got a couple of really good ones. And I see you made a friend. That's cute.
Right. Yeah?
Hey, bestseller. How's my favorite writer? Are you there yet?
Barry. Yeah, we just got here.
Are the locals giving you trouble? Just say the word and I'll hop on a plane and come make sure that you're left alone, Al.
No, Barry, we're fine.
Great, great. Just want to make sure you can relax and recharge. So, how is the place? Has it gotten your creative juices flowing?
Barry, we're just settling in.
Okay, Al. I'll call back later to make sure you're doing okay. And you call me if there's a problem, okay? Okay. I'm just looking out for you, buddy. Talk to you later.
I love you too, Barry.
You know he's going to be calling you every 5 minutes.
Barry is Barry. I can always turn off the phone.
What did I tell you?
Text message from Barry. He says hi to you too.
I hope that the dialogue for them is coming through all right.
Let's get back to the car.
The wiggly lines look like they're going high enough, but you never know. Oh, there's the floats coming in for DFS.
Come on, Slowpoke. You get the full service here. I've made all the arrangements. I drive the car. I'll even carry the bags. All you have to do is drag your cute butt into the car and enjoy the ride.
Yeah, sounds like you've got a lazy bastard for a husband.
Yeah, but I got a thing for him. Come on, you lazy bastard. Let's go.
Just out of curiosity, I don't think I've ever actually stayed and let it actually dock. Does it actually move any closer, or is that it? Doesn't look like it's moving any closer, does it? That must be the end of the animation. You think they'd at least take it all the way to the dock?
We need to stop at the local diner to get the cabin key from the landlord, a Mr. Carl Stuckey. He's waiting for us. I'll go fill her up while you get the key. I'll pick you up here in, say, 15 minutes?
Sure.
Alan, thank you for coming here with me.
I love you too. Go on. I'll promise to behave. I'd forgotten there were still places like this. Towns where everybody knew everybody.
Welcome to the Oh Dear Diner.
Hi, I was wondering if you could help me. I'm looking for...
Mr. Wake, Alan Wake. Oh, God, I am your biggest fan. I know people say that all the time, but I really am.
I'm glad to hear that.
Rose.
Rose, I'm looking for Mr. Stuckey. Carl Stuckey?
Carl? Oh, of course, Mr. Wake. He must have gone to visit the restroom. He'll be back in a moment. I can't believe it. I've got all your books. I got the cutout from the bookstore when they took it out of the window.
And you keep it here. Well, okay. Good for you.
So he's not going to get his quiet vacation.
Right. So much
Try
for
the
quiet
coffee.
vacation.
Just don't blame me when you fall in love.
So part of the reason he's come to this town, just go a little bit of the backstory sort of thing. He's a writer, obviously, but he's
Yeah, that makes two of
had
us.
writer's block for well, years. He's not been able to write the sequel to the story.
I'm having a conversation with Alan Wake.
So they've come here. He thinks he's come for a holiday. His wife's actually booked him into a nut house to try and help him creatively.
I can show you the town if you want. I get off work at 6.
Thanks, Rose. We'll be sure to keep that in mind.
Do me a favor, Sonny. I could really use a tune right now. Coconut, number 6 in the jukebox. I'd do it myself, but both of my legs have gone to sleep. Bad circulation. Yeah.
Are you serious? Coconut again? You disgust me. Call yourself a rocker. Unbelievable. Ha!
Now, this might be a bit of an issue. We can play this, but I'm probably going to have to mute the output from the game. That's a thing as well. There is like massive copyright issues with some of the soundtracks used in here. This is why the game was actually taken off shelves and removed from all the digital platform stores a couple of years ago. It might be back on them now, but it was just due to issues with the copyrighted songs and the licenses expiring. Oh, I missed there.
Tune number 6 in the jukebox.
Is that royalty booking your next holiday there, trip to the nut house?
Don't go in there, young man. You can hurt yourself in the dark.
I think I can handle it, ma'am. I didn't want to wait. I wanted to find
You don't
Stuckey,
wanna
to
die,
get the
do
key
you?
and get out as soon as
Worse.
possible. The waitress was giving me a headache.
he
Overeager
didn't
fans
listen.
always did.
So this woman should become relevant later on as the story goes on. Same technically as the two crazy rockers over there. They've actually escaped from the mental home.
Hello? Mr. Stucky?
Carl couldn't make it. Unfortunately, he was taken ill. But I have the key for you and instructions on how to get to the lake.
Okay.
I wish you a good stay in my cabin. I'll come by later to check how you've settled in. And to meet your wife. I insist.
Thanks.
Cauldron Lake is a special place. Very inspiring.
An evil force that we'll come to later on.
You got lucky this time, young man. You can hurt yourself in the dark. This really ought to be fixed, and then I must remind Sarah to change the lights at the station. It's been too long already.
She's gone mad with the light.
Even that sounds better than your singing.
Are you alright?
Splendid, splendid! Damn hernia. It swells up like a balloon if I lift anything heavier than a spoon. Yeah, splendid, splendid. It's been a long time.
Let's put the record on for the achievement.
Wish.
Right, I'll mute the desktop audio for now. Because there's no way that YouTube would let the Coconut song get past.
They're local musicians. We're waiting for Dr. Hartman to come pick them up. They wandered off from his clinic at the Cauldron Lake Lodge.
Just remute that, just as we're leaving the place. So we've got the keys. And there's the car pulling up.
Mission accomplished. The key and the directions.
My hero. I got some flashlights, just in case.
Hey, wait! Mrs. Wake! Your keys!
That diner was a real nut house.
Can you believe this place? This would make a wonderful setting for a book.
We're supposed to be on vacation, Alice. I'll figure it out when we get back home. Okay?
Okay. We can talk about this later.
Batman here on PBFF.
I didn't want to talk about it. I wanted to bury my head in sand.
Here's another one of my favorites to go with it.
Once upon a time, I was a successful writer, but that was a long time ago. I hadn't been able to write a word in 2 years. Not since my last book.
And now the weather. It's gonna be a clear night, so you folks in the big city might want to look up every once in a while, see those stars winking down at you. It gets pretty dark out here, but they'll light your way.
I'm not going to take the risk. I'm going to have to mute that as well. There we go.
Wow. It's gorgeous, Alan.
It's something, all right. Don't worry, honey. I'll get you inside safe and sound before it gets dark. And I've got the flashlight.
I know. I'm okay.
Alice had a phobia. The fear of darkness. I wanted to make sure we were inside with the lights on before sunset.
Have a little poke around here before we cross the bridge. There is, as we go through this, there is, well, there's 2 records that are story relevant. And I know they'll be like copyright tagged and what have you, but one of them in particular, when we actually get to that point in the game, rather than playing the the copyrighted music, I'll basically just I'll read it out to you what the lyrics are, because it's important to advance the plot of that particular bit. These are collectibles as well. We've probably already missed some at Firmosks anyway, but I thought, maybe grab a few as we go. There's also manuscript pages as well that are dotted around. that we'll pick up as we go through the episodes. It's possible we may have already missed some in the opening prologue. I can't quite remember where they all are. So we're playing this on the PC at the moment, and I've like 100%ed it on the Xbox. I've got all the achievements for completing the game. What time you're getting all the collectibles and doing all the other bits and bobs. Let's just have a little look as well at this lake as we go down. Because obviously these graphics look a lot better than what it looked on the 360. As well, I haven't used the controller as well, because there seems to be an issue with a game with my ultra-wide screen, in that it's causing the character to drift. As much as I'm trying to walk in a straight line, he's actually drifting to the left continuously. So I'm constantly having to fight against him wanting to go left as we play. But it's easier to do that with the controller than what it was with the keyboard and mouse. That's one of the reasons why we didn't start this game months ago. It was just at the time I'd given up on trying to figure out how to resolve the drift issue. Let's have a little walk around here so we can see a bit more of the cabin. You see that big building in the distance, just on the top of the thing there. That becomes relevant later on. Quite a few chapters to go. Oh, just getting a bit laggy there. I'll just scan up to the top there. It's only this game that I've had experienced issues with. Like I said, otherwise we would have been playing this ages ago. But using the keyboard and mouse, it was an absolute nightmare to play this. Because of that, because the ultra wide screen. In fact, sort of illustrate it. It's kind of like he's going that way all the time when you press forward with the keyboard and mouse. So, but with the controller, you can sort of I'm not pushing straight ahead.
Here we go.
I'm pushing slightly off, but I'm holding my controller at a bit of an odd angle, so it feels like I'm pushing forward. Oh, and I've just realised I've missed some. Things there. Royalty's already made her escape. Oh, look at that! That's getting really, really bad, isn't it? Why on earth is it lagging out?
Come on, honey. Get the door open so we can get a look inside. It's dark in there. We need lights. Can you figure out how to get the power on, honey?
Hello? Anyone here? A shoebox filled with books by Thomas Zane sat on the shelf. I'd never heard of him before.
Thomas Zane will be relevant as the story progresses as well. Oh, there's another thermos. Might as well grab them. Have a little rummage upstairs.
For a moment, the oppressive feel of the nightmare I had seen on the ferry returned. Damn. I needed to get the power running in the cabin. There had to be a fuse box or a generator somewhere on the island.
Oh, thanks for the follow there. We're just playing about episode 1 of Alan Wake and our family fun night. It's not normally this laggy.
Like a time capsule from the 60s, or even earlier.
So the past 3 days, I have no idea what is going wrong with the current Streamlabs update. But games that we've played loads of times over are just completely lagging out. Especially when we did, I did those test streams through the day, and it still didn't. It worked perfectly during those. let's head back up there. But I guess the fuse box must be underneath. I can't remember because I haven't played this game in years.
The power cable goes to that shed over there.
Oh, there we go. There's the answer. The power cables go to the shed.
An old generator had been connected to the power cable.
Ah, the joys of quick time events.
The lights are on! Good work, honey. I'll freshen up a bit and start settling in.
Okay, I'll look around a bit.
Sure thing! Have fun!
The island had once been the site for a...
Oh, there we go. Cutscene anyway.
It was a beautiful place. I told myself I could rest here, sleep here, and forget about my work. I thought we could be happy here. Maybe it would be that again.
Turn to Alice. See again, look at that. It's just massive lag spike. Tell you what, before we proceed, 1 second.
The summer's calling. The summer's calling. If the kingdom is overthrown, meet me at the cornerstone. I know that I can't be without you. This bond is solid gold. We're a diamond and an emerald. It took me forever to find you. 'Cause when it's all over, the love that you give will be there to guide you in every way. Now we've been...
If that makes any difference whatsoever. What the surprise if that's her trousers waiting there. Oh. Is that looking a bit better now, a bit smoother?
Alice? What is this?
I guess I have a small confession to make. I thought maybe you could write here that a change of scenery would get you past...
Damn it, Alice, everyone
Hey, just hear me out. There's a local doctor, Dr. Hartman. I read a book of his. He has a private clinic here. He specializes in helping artists. Maybe...
So now you want to get me committed?
No, it's not like that. That's not... Alan? Alan?
Just don't! I don't want to hear it. God damn it, Alice! God damn it! I knew she wouldn't follow me in the dark. I needed some time alone to think things through. Damn it. Alice? Alice? Alice! The cabin had gone dark. All the lights were out.
So is that running any smoother at your end? Is it getting like framing at all again? It's running a lot smoother. So all I've done there is I've turned my monitor off. I quickly remote desktoped into it and shut it off whilst I had you on the hold music there. That means there's something might be wrong with my trunk cable. We can see the mental farms all lit up in the distance. Oh no, hang on, that looks framey again. Yeah, that's obviously not what the problem is.
Alice? Alice? Oh no!
Keep going.
Wake up.
Alice? Waking up in the crashed car felt like I had woken from one nightmare and entered another. I couldn't remember how I got there. All I knew was that something terrible had happened to Alice. The phone was dead. I'd have to find help on foot.
The cutscenes are like the pre-recorded ones.
Among Alice's things was a book, The Creator's Dilemma, by a Dr. Emil Hartman. Seeing the book brought back my fight with Alice. I didn't like it, and I didn't like the guy's smug face on the cover either.
Roger, is there any collectibles up here? Nope. Right, let's crack on then.
The gas station was my best bet. They'd have a phone I could use. It looked like a long hike through the forest to get there.
Next, that's our end destination there for... I think that's where the chapter ends. Is this the one where you go for the lumber yard?
Damn.
Hope he's insured. It seems like as if it goes in and out of being choppy and smooth, doesn't it?
Hello?
Hello? Is someone there? The loose sheets of paper were pages from a manuscript entitled Departure. That was the name I planned to use for the next novel I had never gotten started. I was named the author. I hadn't written it. I couldn't remember writing it. In the scene on the page, the hero was attacked by an axe murderer in the woods at night.
Uh-oh. So, yeah, so we can collect all these little manuscript pages as we go there as well. We might come across them. If not, maybe we'll fire up the Xbox version and we can always like scan through them on that one where I've got like them all 100%ed. Sort of, but the way kind of the timeline will work out is we'll get more of the story. This is stuff that he's already written because he's been missing for a week.
Please, I've been in an accident.
And the lake has been forcing him to write, sort of everything they write becomes real basically, but the darkness twists it. Because that's why the two old men are crazy. That we'll find out later on. Thomas Zane as well.
Good sign. Maybe I wouldn't have to hike all the way down to the gas station to find a phone.
Yeah, this is the bit of the lumberyard. It's been that many years since I played this. I couldn't quite remember, even though it was only a few months ago when I actually read the novel again. Because I've actually read the Alan Wake novel a few times. Definitely recommended reading once we finish the game. Doesn't look like there's anything up there. Probably should have left off that a little bit sooner.
Please, I've been in an accident. Hey! Hey, you!
Phil!
There's been an accident. I need help. Listen,
Deposit.
I need to...
Premium cabins for rent in...
Oh, hell.
Carl Stuckey. Pleased to meet you. Non-refundable reservation deposit required. Fair and square. And square.
I don't think we have any weapons or anything like that just now, do we? Just the... Actually, do we... Oh, we don't even have a torch. It's a bit of an embuggerment. How are we getting out of here? We'll take that. Can we get around there? Oh, dead end anyway. Oh, can we squeeze through that? Nope. I'm assuming it doesn't have that.
The Taken stood before me. It was impossible to focus on it, as if it stood in a blind spot caused by a brain tumor and eye disease. It was bleeding shadows like ink underwater, like a cloud of blood from a shark bite. I was terrified. I squeezed the flashlight like my life depended on it, willing it to stop coming any closer. Suddenly something gave, and the light seemed to shine brighter.
Yeah, but once we complete the game, maybe we'll do, just for completion's sake, maybe we can do a whole stream where we'll just play through all those babies. There's the nutter.
To arrive. You lose. Shit.
Let's get into the light.
It's the latest thing. Kill.
I had to figure a way out of this. Any second now, and Stuckey would be knocking on the door with his axe like Nicholson in The Shining.
Product placement. Let's take the batteries.
During your
Pick up that. Anything else in here?
it's the latest thing. Incontestably
Yes.
proven.
Right Falls Sheriff Station. Oh man.
Hello? Hello?
There goes the phone lines.
You can see the sights and keep those cholesterol.
This is bad.
Here they are. So as I saw the tutorial bit, you have to first of all use the torch to bleed the light off them.
I'd never fired a gun outside a shooting range, and now I just killed someone. Or something. There were no bodies. They just disappeared. If I was dreaming, it felt real enough to make me sick. The dark forest was the last place I wanted to go, but I had no choice. I had to get to the gas station.
It's rabbit season.
an eye on that ammunition count there. 18 left. I'm assuming what's put in the barrel as well. Got another page. That lag looks horrendous. I'm gonna have to go through like every setting on my computer, aren't I? Got to be something to do with the Windows update. Because really, that's the only thing that's changed.
What the hell was that? When I saw the river below, something uncoiled itself inside my head. I realized that I'd have to find a way across. I didn't even want to look at the water.
It can't be the full Windows update that's causing it though, because I did that, the 2004 one, or I did that after the Thursday stream, where we first encountered all the lag. Manuscript page. And I'm guessing dead end. Go back over. Where'd he disappear to?
Stucky was still out there, in the dark, stalking me.
Let's see if there's any collectibles up here just before we go anywhere else. We'll explore all these places. Oh, we'll have them. Ammo. Batteries. Here's another one. Was it not stored on the Royalties machine? So just coming up with like error messages, or was there any other updates that needed to be ran on it perhaps? That video game logic there. The arrow's pointing that way. So I want to have a look this way.
The staircase was broken. I had to make my way up some other way.
Take a look in the box. Oh no, that's not the button. Convenient how all these little boxes all over the place have stacks of ammunition in them. Must be in America, definitely.
There was no power. There was bound to be a generator somewhere at the logging site.
Let's have a little rummage around. I see green lights in the distance. Oh, that was getting a bit too close. Get back. Better reload this one. always fire up that. Let's have a little rummage in here and see if there's anything we can pick up. Yep. Our manuscript page.
With all this forestry equipment around, there had to be something I could use to reach the top.
Shotgun with 2 rounds. We'll switch back. I keep on pressing that the jump button to start it. One of those games where like things like the reload button, one of those ones we had where the reload button just wasn't in the right place. Actually, which game was that we were playing with? Oh, it was Dead Space 1, wasn't it? Where the reload button just was not in the same place as where it was for like every other game ever made. Oh, I see a Thermosk. Let's grab that before we trigger the next event. Knock down. Let's create a little bridge for us to get all the way across. I assume. Then we can go up these ladders. Just made it. Keep looking at the stream and it keeps on going quite choppy. Thing is, I'm actually playing the game and it is perfectly smooth. What we got in here? Turn the radio on.
Well, I was just outside for a breath of fresh air, and what a night. I know most of you are probably in your beds by now, but if you're still up and around, take a moment. Step outside for a spell and breathe in deep. The weather is absolutely still. The sky is crystal clear. It's like the forest is quietly breathing along with you. As you listeners know, I'm a night owl, and it's on nights like this I wish I wasn't cooped up in the studio. Makes an old man like me wish I could just roam wild. But here I am, and who'd keep you company all night long if I weren't? It looks like I'm not the only one staying up late. Caller, you're on the air.
Hey, Pat, it's Maurice Horton.
Hello, Maurice. What are you up to?
Well, I was just taking Toby on his walkies.
Oh, isn't it beautiful out there?
Sure, but Pat, the reason I called is that Toby heard something rustling in the undergrowth and took off after it, and I couldn't find it.
Probably a rabbit.
Sure. Toby loves rabbits.
Well, sure.
Anyway, I figured that, if anyone runs into Toby, they could grab him. My number's on his collar.
And Toby's a friendly dog?
Oh, Toby loves people. Usually he comes back, but we were pretty far from home, and it sounds like he went pretty wild there. Great dog, but he's just too dumb for his own good.
Well, Maurice, it's out there now. Hope Toby comes home soon.
Yeah, thanks, Pat.
You have a good night now.
There we go. Let's move on now. It's yellow paint everywhere. What's this? Flare gun. We'll have that. I'll switch back to the pistol. Actually, how much? Oh, we've got 6 rounds left for the shotgun. We'll just have to see what happens next. Cause I remember the themes of the levels, but I can't remember the actual levels themselves. Here we go. Getting close to the gas station again. Heading in its rough
The gas
direction.
station was closer now. Its light welcoming in the darkness.
Paul makes the best dogs in the state. Belly Burster is the best with no contest. Monster Dog is second best. The famous dog is
Look out to see if I see any more pages as we go. Ooh, before they come. Ah, too late. Whatever is he throwing at me? Back. Try that again. And reload. Only safe in the light. I see them. Hopefully the batteries get pretty quick. There's another page over there. And more light. Getting closer to the gas station. Oh, better reload actually. You hear the crazy ramblings of Stucky in the background. Here we go, another weapons cache.
Was revealed by my flashlight. Someone had hidden a chest of supplies near it.
There we go, a little bit more ammunition. Almost looks like big teeth at the side of the road, like a big beaver, doesn't it? Think about the flare gun. He's an even bigger lumberyard. Batteries, shotgun, and some more ammo. That'll open the gate, but we'll watch. We'll watch Night Springs before that.
Science. It bestows immortality on those who advance it to elevate all of mankind. Newton, Einstein, Sagan, princes among men. But the price for such a legacy is steep indeed. In Night Springs. Tonight's episode, a quantum suicide. If our lives are already written, it would take a courageous man to change the script. Having called a press conference, Dr. Barclay Colvin is about to demonstrate that very courage.
Ladies and gentlemen of the press, I am Dr. Barclay Colvin, and I'm glad so many of you could join me here at the Moorcock Institute. Tonight, I'm going to give a practical demonstration of the many worlds interpretation. As you can see, this is a loaded 9mm pistol. It shall be part of a thought experiment. And now, a real experiment, known as a quantum suicide.
Did he say suicide? Is that a real gun? He's kidding, right?
Please, please, stay calm. There is no risk. Observe what occurs when I place the weapon against my own forehead. Now, you might think this round is merely a dud. Not so. Observe the flower pot. And yet, I myself cannot be harmed with this gun. With each pull of the trigger, 2 new realities branch off. One in which the weapon didn't fire, and one where it did. With my machine here, I have ensured that this reality is always the former. I have bestowed upon myself quantum immortality. Under no circumstances can this gun kill me.
So wait. What you're saying is that every time you pull the trigger, in another reality, you die?
Yes, of course, but that's completely trivial. There's an infinite number of things that could happen at any moment, and they always do happen somewhere. The point is, this one thing did not happen here.
You're insane, Colvin.
Insane? Insane?
Hey, was this thing supposed to be plugged in? I stumbled on it.
You fools! Gaze upon quantum immortality.
Poor Dr. Colvin, felled by his own hubris or the ignorance of the masses. Perhaps he should have left the crate unopened, the decaying atom unobserved. Curiosity often kills the cat. In Night Springs.
So there we go. There's our first episode of Night Springs, and yes, Chrissy, he is nuts. There we go. There's the gates open now. We'll press on now with the rest of the lumberyard. Any logs swinging around? What we've got here? I don't know why we can do that. Yep. So does that mean, though, with each branching reality, that that happened at different stages of his presentation in multiple other realities that made him one of the realities that branched off that the gun did go off? I can hear him, but I can't see him. I think we're maxed. Oh, that's right. We're maxed out on batteries. Just trying to make sure we don't miss out on a page. Let's just keep going the main road. Here he is.
Oh no. Even with the engine
Oh.
dropping.
I couldn't swap the weapons quick enough.
Easy and
Let's quickly reload.
This nice tool forgotten inside the engine has destroyed
Batteries. Where'd Stucky go? Flash. Ooh. Dodge, dodge, dodge.
Stucky's body vanished, leaving behind only a lifetime of nightmares to come, assuming I'd reach the lights at the gas station alive.
Don't get all the other people that he killed along the way as well. Where's the gate? There we go, almost at the gas station. See the DFS floats.
I recognized the parade float I had seen in Bright Falls when I first arrived with Alice.
Just make sure there's no pages. Probably haven't picked up all the manuscript pages yet. There's two missing from the middle of the oh no, I haven't. Oh, are those ones maybe only claimable during the hardest difficulty playthrough? Possibly. We probably should have done it in the hardest difficulty, because I remember completing that for the Xbox achievement and it wasn't very difficult.
After the insanity I had just experienced in the darkness, the lights of the gas station felt comforting. At least for a moment, the sane world reasserted itself.
And there's no page. All this stuff. You think this place hadn't been used for years? Is there anybody home?
I had to get inside the gas station to find a phone to call for help.
I'll get in there. This is the sort of place where I would put, like, you know, a collectible of some sort. Video game logic there. Here we go, we'll go through this bit.
The garage was a mess. It looked like someone had trashed the place, or that there'd been some kind of fight.
All right. I'll keep writing. Outside, there's only darkness. Outside the cabin, outside the story, there's only darkness. I can feel her presence in the dark. Just now, I could smell her perfume in the room. I'll reach her. I'll fix it up. I'll bring her back. The story will come true. If I stop, she's lost.
I don't believe this. It'd been me on the TV, talking crazy. Was I losing my mind?
Got the DFS sign. Anything else to pick up? Just that sign there.
Bright Falls Sheriff Station.
Oh, thank God, Sheriff.
Sheriff Sarah Breaker, you are...
I'm Alan Wake, but listen, I was in a car crash. My wife, Alice, she's missing.
Calm down, Mr. Wake.
We were staying in a cabin on the island, on Cauldron Lake.
There's no island on Cauldron Lake, not since the big eruption in the 70s.
Please, I can take you there, okay?
You look like you've taken a pretty bad knock to the head. Are you okay?
Listen.
We'll figure this out. Please get in the car. We'll swing by the lake and then we'll go to the station, okay? Mr. Wake, have you seen Stucky, the guy who owns this place?
I realized I couldn't tell her what had happened in the forest. She wouldn't have believed me. And then she wouldn't have helped me with Alice.
Just Had to crash there just as the copyright music comes up. So that's the end of episode 1. And hopefully I managed to clock that music before it goes too late. It is a good. I'd say it is a really good game. It's got a really good story. The only problem we're having is I don't know what's going on with this lag issue. One moment. Actually, no, there's no way to test this because we've finished the level. But anyway, it's a bit. I thought for some reason I thought it was going to take us a lot longer to do this, but it's actually been a little bit quicker. It probably would have been quicker even still if we hadn't have had to like pause a few times to try and figure out what's going on with the the lag issue. I don't know why it's happening when we're properly live, because with Restream, you see, I can send the stream to Restream so that it's actually being broadcast, but then I can halt it at Restream so it doesn't actually go on to Twitch and YouTube and what have you. And it worked perfectly fine because I did it last night and I did it this morning. But, I've got no idea. I think I'm going to maybe try and reinstall the graphics card drivers. That's my next idea. But anyway, we will skip the music.
Thank you for coming here with me. I thought maybe you could write here.
I don't want to hear it. God damn it, Alice. Now,
this will be the recap for next week when we start off. Hopefully we can trigger this before we actually play it next time.
Behind the wheel of a crash car.
That'll be a handy
I'm
recap.
missing a week. I was attacked by shadowy men straight from a nightmare. The sheriff took me to the lake Alice and I had stayed at, but the cabin had disappeared.
So next week will be chapter or episode 2, Taken. Try to see if it let me out. There we go. So what we'll do now is, right, the resolution is going to go really, really weird, and we'll go and see if there's anybody on that we can raid. Actually, probably more time effective if I confirm quit. Yep. Tell you what, just whilst it's doing its weird resolution thing. There we go. Let's see if there's anyone on that we can go and see. Put that more center. So the only person that's on is Sweetie, who's doing just chatting. So we'll hop over there and I'll go and investigate what on earth is going wrong with all the lag this week. So thanks for watching. Tomorrow night, assuming everything doesn't implode, between now and then, we will be doing a little session on No Man's Sky. So thanks for watching, have a good night, and I'll see you all next time. Thank you for joining me today. If you are enjoying our journey and would like to see more, then please rate, comment, favourite and subscribe in whichever manner your chosen platform allows. If you are joining us on Twitch, Mixer or YouTube, where we have loads more for you to watch, from our live streams to all our episodes across our various series. You can also drop by and say hi over on Discord, where we chat about everything from Minecraft to books and movies to tabletop games. But most importantly, thank you very much for watching and have a lovely day.